You know, often when I talk to actors, it's like, we love each other, we can't wait to work again, and then it never happens. I guess you guys actually like each other. This is the proof.
Who knew?
Who knew? Basically, when we were offered this, Felicity and I were both offered this script at the same time, and it became apparent that a large amount of the film is in this air balloon, which is basically a basket pretty much the size of this sofa. So it was kind of important that we got on. So Felicity and I called each other, and I was like, I'll do it if you do it. She was like, I'll do it if you do it. And we took the...
It's a package deal at this point. Does shooting something like this make you more or less scared of air travel, of adventuresome pursuits?
I don't think we're going to do much for campaigning for balloon rides.
No, you're not getting that gig. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
And not only the film, but us as people, because they built a gas balloon for us, and we went up in it on day one of shooting, and genuinely very nearly died. So we're not here saying that balloon travel is really safe.
Do you have like bucket list kind of like adventuresome kind of things that you want to accomplish?
I find that most of the adventures when we're actually making these films where we have so many near-death experiences that you you get your fill of adventure just from making them. On our first day of shooting, we went up in a gas balloon. We were doing this massive wide helicopter shot, and then the helicopter leaves, and the gas air balloon is powered by sand. So when you throw the sand out, then the balloon goes up. And the pilot who was giving all us commands and instructions, he told us, throw out all the sand. And so we're there going, okay, we've got to throw out all the sand. And then we zoom up. And then as we're coming down, we don't have enough sand, which helps you gently land because we've thrown it all out. And we crash land and hit the ground at a horrific angle. And I think for a moment that I've broken my back.
There was this crunch sound as Felicity's head smacked against this cabinet that was it was a prop in the thing, and there was just total silence after like complete chaos. And I just heard, I don't think I can move my neck. Yeah, it was a slightly scary moment.
And that was the first day of shooting.
Welcome to the fun Aeronauts shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
But you were okay.
Yeah.
I spoke to Tom Hiddleston recently. I asked him who the best karaokeer he's ever been around. He cited you, Eddie. Your rendition of A Whole New World, he said, was the greatest karaoke he's ever seen.
Come on, it's time.
No, I remember that night. Lots of British actors were in Los Angeles at the same time, and we went to Koreatown to do karaoke, and Kate Mara, she got up and gave her rendition of A Whole New World, and I was pissed enough. Because my whole thing with karaoke is I'm like really like British about it, going no, until I get drunk enough, and I'm like, give me the microphone. Don't you dare take it away. I hate those people.
Right.
I'm doing 3 songs back to back.
I'm doing the whole album right now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who's amazing at karaoke, and we did on Fantastic Beasts, was Catherine Waterston.
Oh, yeah?
Because she goes in for like songs I've never heard of, totally random like rap songs, and they're incredible. I mean, she can't really sing in tune, but she can nail like rap.
But she's got the dedication.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like the more out of tune it is, the more entertaining it is.
Exactly. For karaoke purposes.
If someone's too good, it kind
that
of lets the whole party down.
That's probably this guy. He's too good.
No. But it's people that take it too seriously, which is exactly what Kate and I do.
Speaking of Fantastic Beasts, do we know where you're shooting this one? We've heard Berlin or Rio. What's going on, man?
I mean, so my wife and I, when we got together, I said I'd spent years traveling with work, and I said it's going to be a nomadic existence. We're going to be traveling lots. Ever since then, Les Miserables, set in Paris, shot in London. Danish Girl, set in Copenhagen, shot in London. Fantastic Beasts 1, New York. So I am just freaking hopeful that we get to go outside of Watford. But we don't. I don't know. I'm hoping.
No script yet. You're
no script that I've seen. But I know they're working on it.
With all these collaborations, isn't there room for your buddy here in the wizarding world? What's going on,
She
man?
already played like one of pre-Potter, the most iconic witch in British literature, which I watched when I was a kid.
Hallow.
Ethel in.
You heard it right here.
Yeah.
Did she influence Newt a little bit?
Well, I think probably
Did you
subconsciously.
watch the entire
I did. Your oeuvre.
For inspiration. Yeah. There was
She
some
is
fine
brilliant.
broomstick acting.
It's called
That's
The
what
Worst
you're known
Witch,
for,
and
yeah.
it's about.
Does he have a broomstick? No.
He
He's a
does when
wizard.
he's playing Quidditch. Probably.
Really?
Yeah, but I've never actually got to play Quidditch because I didn't. In the last film, there were bits that were set in Hogwarts, but there was a mini-me version who was allowed to go to Hogwarts. So I wasn't even allowed to go to Hogwarts. I'm like a sort of. So I stole into the sets just to go and like.
Exile.
Maybe you can give him some broomstick lessons, and let him do the Quidditch next time around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I could just be in it.
Or I can get a job
Have
out of it. Yeah, exactly.
Have a job, mate.
Speaking of getting you jobs, your buddies, like, we're going to get the spin-offs on Disney Plus for some of your buddies. Where's the Jyn Erso?
No, I keep saying, she can come back. It is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you crunch the numbers, she could pop up on Tatooine in the Obi-Wan series or something. You never know.
No, I think she needs her own movie.
Yeah. Let's go right to it.
I'm not playing.
I don't know. It's like coming back from the nuclear explosion is quite difficult, but we'll figure it out.
Fair enough.
Fine.
Exactly.